One of the most beautiful things that happens for Walter in this, which is just a mind trip, is the conflict is going on. This Walter arguing with this Walter, and what they've done is personified the good Walter, Nina, the good Walter, the old friend, and the evil Walter is this, they've used Carla, who was the woman that died. Effectively, he was committed or went to court over the death of this woman. And she becomes this avenging dark angel who comes back and is leading him down this dreadful path. And so you've got these two women tugging at Walter, and he's being drawn between them, and the little pixie sitting in the middle, and the pixie's just so beautiful. And so he's torn. But it's just like goes on in his mind, as it does with us when we've got these conflicts going, except it's Nina and Carla. Just go choo, choo, choo. It's the best fun. Because of Walter's concern that he's not remembering, that he's had certain memories wiped from his mind, he's desperately seeking and going back to old habits when he used to have his mind-opening experiences using LSD. And so he thinks, I'll do that again. Maybe I can access these parts of my brain. Maybe they haven't wiped them, maybe they're just buried deep. So he finds a tab of acid stored away in the lab, and he takes it and he goes off on a trip. It's very good acid. And so he's got special friends visiting him, and that only he sees, and he's feeling, and he's getting insights that others don't have. I think the joy in some ways of this episode is just seeing Walter basically in two worlds at once.
There's an episode in season 1, it's called Inner Child, where the Fringe team meets basically what is a child observer. And so it's really cool that the writers decided to bring back Observer Boy, not only in a future episode, but also in the future, because here we are, 21 years later. The child observer holds a very, very important key to understanding the whole plan and figuring out how they're going to move forward. The audience is kind of left with this question of, are they going to be able to get what they need from this poor little kid, and like, what happens to him? Like, does he eventually grow up to become a regular observer, or does he go to observer school? Like, there's a lot of unanswered questions, and I think that they'll probably get answered.
There's several examples of Walter, of the deluded state becoming so powerful that he actually forgets that it is a deluded state. And one in particular where he's terribly frightened that he'll go out and do something stupid again and jeopardize the family, jeopardize the group and the plan. But we do then find him in a taxi cab with his special journal of facts outside the Observer, and he's going to go in and he's going to tell them all he knows. And then he starts to worry about it, and then the other one will come in and say, no, don't do this, go back, you promised Peter you wouldn't, and I've got to find my way home. And then the observers are coming to get him, and he's panicking in the back of this cab, he's hiding, and the door opens, and he's going, no, and this Astro saying, Walter, get out of the car. Just a dream, they'd gone somewhere else, but in that trip, he'd had this whole other fantasy. That's the smartest moment in this particular episode, or the whole episode is smart, and that's illuminated by the final moment. That all of the images and all of the voices that he's hearing are just him. Just two versions, just his own mind. And so he's finally confronted not with Carla, not with Nina, not with the pixie, but with, oh my God, with himself. That's pretty profound. I think it's incredibly smart.
There's something very interesting and surprising and shocking in the Winnebago. So you have to stick around and see who or what it is.